Good evening, welcome back to the Fire Burns Within channel. So yes, I've reached this milestone, 500 subscribers. It's taken forever. This channel started about 10 years ago, I think. Pretty sure about 10 years ago. I had no real idea what to do with this channel. Just created a channel and gave it a name randomly, with no intention of really participating in any kind of video. Just whatever. I found some songs that I wanted to upload. I think one of my first uploads are some songs which I found randomly, and I uploaded them because I liked them and I didn't see them on YouTube. So I think they were Loud Lion. They're like this Def Leppard, sort of like a Def Leppard tribute band. And then I started uploading some different songs. At first I was just uploading songs, and the view count was quite high on those. Not immediately, but they are quite high now. So I had no real intention of like doing anything with it. So I don't know. And then I created a different channel with the intention of just uploading live gigs that I went to, because I go to a lot of live gigs, a lot. Between 30 and 40 on average per year, something like that. 30 would be average, 40 would be pushing it, but most years in recent times getting up to 30. And I used to like taking videos from gigs and just uploading them. Anyway, I sort of canned the Fire Burns Within channel. I stopped using it after, say, a year or two. It just lay dormant. I started another channel which I cannot for the life of me even remember the name. I just cannot remember the name at all. It's just completely gone. I started this other channel just with the intention of uploading live music. Not really. I think I must have maybe done a couple of videos with me in front of the camera, but not many at all. A few, but that channel had a lot of live clips. I'd say around 550 from memory. But unfortunately, that channel fell foul of the YouTube censor. I got a copyright strike, and then I got a second copyright strike. I had to go copyright school. The thing is, you see a lot of live music gigs on YouTube, and you just wonder to yourself, how is this getting up? And then how is sometimes stuff getting thrown off and getting a copyright strike? Anyway, the straw that broke the camel's back was a Black Sabbath video, which I uploaded from their second last ever gig at the O2 Arena. I don't know, mate, you just aren't supposed to upload Black Sabbath. I got a third copyright strike, and 1 minute I got a message saying your channel is closed due to a copyright strike. And I was like, well, I sort of investigated it a bit, and I can't even remember if I appealed it. I might have appealed it. I can't even remember. Maybe I didn't appeal. I just for whatever, fuck it, it's gone. I don't know. I think I tried, but it's just not in my memory at all what I did or what I tried to do to get the channel back, but whatever I did, it wasn't enough. Or even if I did nothing, I accepted it, and basically I lost that channel, which I can't even remember the name of. God knows what the name of it was. It's just completely left my head. But I was using that as basically like a storage thing, so I could just go and, you know, listen, rewatch my live videos from gigs I'd been to. It's just like a memory jog, you know, just to have it as a place to store videos, because it's just a cool place to store. I mean, some of them were getting more views, etc. But it went about 3 years ago, was it now, the last Black Sabbath gig. But I still had the Fire Burns Within channel as a backup, which I hadn't opened for like 6-7 years. Like, I hadn't touched. I was using my other channel, so I opened up the Fire Burns Within channel and I had to start using it. The thing is, I was still going gigs at that time, so I was still using it for the same thing, but a little bit more wary of what I was uploading, but not too much. I was still just uploading live gig material which I'd taken from gigs that I'd been to. You know, most of the time it's fine. You don't hear nothing about it. Yeah, I mean, you don't get a copyright strike. I don't know. I mean, getting copyright strike seems to be, I don't know, it's just random. Like, it's just weird. I don't know how it works. It's the YouTube bot, or I don't know how it works, how it picks up stuff that some stuff is copyrighted, some isn't. I mean, whatever. Anyway, so I was uploading live concert footage again, and then what happened? The great big shutdown, COVID, struck. So I went to the gig. My last gig was last year. It was the Blaze Bailey gig, the Burfest, and I uploaded a good video for that, very long video, which the one for Blaze has got quite a lot of views on it. Actually, I think it's about 1,500 views at the moment, so not too bad. And then after that, big shutdown. No more gigs. Not been to a gig since. So what can I do? I mean, I was still sometimes going in front of the camera before, but very rare, like maybe one video a month in front of the camera, if that. So I had to go in front of the camera now. So March the 20th, I started thinking, well, what can I do? So I went to YouTube and started looking around, thinking, well, I don't know, let me just make a video. Everyone's doing this Iron Maiden album ranking video, so I thought, let me do that as well. So I started the Iron Maiden ranking video, which was like the first real video in front of the camera for this spell that I've started. So I've done that Iron Maiden ranking video. Then I got a slight urge for it to go in front of the camera, to start talking in front of the cameras a bit more. So I started putting more videos. I was watching a lot of these VC videos and a lot of ranking videos. So I thought, well, I can do that. I don't know, just something to do, you know. I mean, my job was not one of those hugely affected by lockdown, because I work in the NHS, so we still have to work, obviously. I'm not frontline, but we work in the NHS, so we still had to work. We were going in, well, we were sometimes working from home, so I had more time to make videos. And that's it. So I started making videos. At that point, there was about, I think I had about 230 subscribers on my channel roughly, but no real new ones. These are like ancient subscribers from way back, so you can barely count them really, but obviously they've stayed, so I mean, you know, they still count, but they were like ancient subscribers. So since March the 20th roughly, so just over a month now, just over a year and a month, I've managed to hit 500, so about 270 subs since then. I've posted a lot of videos, I think roughly one a day I post. They're mainly, well, recently reactions have taken over. I've actually done a little count of the types of videos that I post. So the ranking vids, like various rankings, albums, songs, whatever, I've posted 77 ranking vids in the last year and a bit. Reactions are the top, 201 reactions in the last year. Album reviews, monthly roundup videos, 15. Not as many as I was thinking. I should really do more of these album reviews, but I end up doing roundups, so I just make album reviews much shorter. But sometimes I do a full album review, depending on, you know, recently, like I've wanted to do a full album review. CD update, collection reviews, collection based videos. I've got 26 of those. And then we've got random videos like contest entries, just random stuff, album war videos, music videos, like I do like just listening to music with me while I do whatever. Just, it's like a music listening video. Just random various videos, 34 of those. So in total, I think it's 353 videos since March the 20th, when I posted the Iron Maiden video. So pretty prolific. I mean, it's a mix. Sometimes I'm quite prolific, and then sometimes I get into more of a lull, depending on what's going on in my life or whatever, or how I'm feeling. So overall, it's a pretty large amount of videos posted. I've got 500 subs. It was 501, but someone left, so I'm stuck on 500 now. So yeah, this was a video just saying, well, basically I made it to 500. No contest entry. I know people contests. I know people like to do subscriber contests, but I haven't got any real. I don't know. I just don't have the will for it. I don't know. I could think of something, but not to worry. I just thought I'd do this little roundup video and see what happens. So yeah. So I would like to get to 1,000 subs, but it does seem very slow going. I don't know. I mean, I try to get this channel to grow, but it is difficult. It's, I mean, when you're talking about rock, heavy metal, you basically sole focus is that. It's hard unless you're one of the big guys or a little bit more professional, a little bit more, I don't know. It's hard to get the view counts. I mean, certain bands, certain things you do can get higher view counts, but in general, it's quite hard. I mean, not every one of your subscribers is clicking on your videos. This is the thing I notice. I mean, you can have subscribers, but if they don't use the notification bell, or if they, I don't know how YouTube works, but they don't always get to see your videos unless they're really just pressing on your YouTube channel and checking your videos out all the time. But the view counts are You know, sometimes disappointing, sometimes they're okay. You know, anything above 100, it's like it's good for me by my standard, but most things are low. And then you got random videos with more well-known bands, like, I don't know, the Love Bite stuff which I did is just crazy. The Halloween video was really well viewed. But anyway, yeah, by this rate, I would say if I do 250 subs a year like I did this last year, another 2 years and I might get to 1,000 subs. So it's doable, but it's going to need a lot of dedication. I mean, sometimes I get into a mode where I can post, like I've posted a lot at this time recently, and then I can go into a lull thinking, well, okay, I'm just bashing my head against the wall, I'm doing this, it's fun, but it's just like, you know, it doesn't really, I don't know, it just doesn't make you feel that amazing or that great. It's okay, it's fun, it's something to do, you know, of an evening, but it's just like you're just talking to yourself half the time. Well, anyway, that's it. I've talked long enough, 16 minutes talking about this 500 subscribers. So if you come across this video, anyone, give me a sub, stick around. We talk rock and metal on this station of all kinds: death, thrash, power, melodic, AOR, rock, all that stuff. Okay, stay tuned.